this video, I'm going to make a storage rack for the 64-liter tote from Home Depot. I already posted a video showing how to make the storage rack for the 102-liter tote. This video is going to show you how to add on to it or make another freestanding one. I have a 64-liter tote here. I'm going to make a second rack that attaches onto this for the 64-liter totes. The video is going to be a little different because I'm going to butt up against this post here. So I'm going to walk you through it. You should be able to build it simply. The first step, we need to measure this tote and get its dimensions. So this is 12.5 inches tall, 18 inches wide, 26 3/4 inch long. Here's a look at all the material needed. I've got 4 2x4s. These are cut at 18 3/4 inch. And then if you're building an individual shelf, you're going to need 4 of these cut at 85 inch. And then we've got 12 2x2s. These are cut at 27 inch. I've got this all marked out 13.5 inches, so I'm going to read them off for you. First line 13.5, second line 27, third line 40.5, fourth line 54, fifth line 67.5, sixth line 81. So now let's take our square, make sure the bottom is flush. We're gonna trace this across. Alright, so now we are gonna assemble the ladder. So let's take our 2x2s. We're gonna line them up so they're flush and they are on the bottom of that line. We're gonna pre-drill and then put wood screws in. I've got 2.5 inch wood screws here. I'm going to put 1 screw per piece just because what I'm storing is light. If you have heavy items, put 2 screws in each. You can also use standard wood screws for this. Make sure that you line the 2x2s up with the bottom of the lines on the 2x4s that you drew at 13.5 inches. So if you're making an individual one of these, duplicate this exact process. You are going to need 6 more 2x2s. 2 more 2x4s at 85 inch. Make a second one of these. I'm going to be joining this to the other rack, so I don't need these other 2x4s. So we have 4 2x4s cut at 18 3/4 inch. I'm going to take 2 of them down here. We are going to screw them on like this. To do this, I'm going to toe screw. Okay, I attached all the 18 3/4 inch pieces, so this is where we are now. If you're building an individual, this is where you would put the second one of these ladders on top and then screw it down. Since I already have this existing shelf, I built one side and I put the bottom and tops on. Now I've got these 6 other 2x2s cut and I'm going to mount them onto this shelf so that I can just join them together. That way you don't need to double up or use more wood than you have. Now I'm going to mark lines on both of these 2x4s at 13.5 inches and screw the 2x2s onto the bottom of that line so that the top of the 2x2 is sitting on the bottom of the line at 13.5 inches, and I'll do this all the way up, so 6 2x2s. Okay, so I mounted all of the 27 inch rails onto that existing shelf. Now I'm going to attach this, and I already have the blocking on to give the proper width. I'm going to screw this together by toe screwing into the 2x4s, 2 screws into each. This is going to secure it together so that it is one solid unit and it can accept the 64-liter totes. Attach the second shelf to the original one. As you can see, we can take our totes, slide them in. The totes slide in along the tops of the 2x4s, which acts as rails to hold them in place. Just like that, I've got some really functional storage. I can easily slide this stuff out, open it up, get whatever I need out of this, and then I can put it right back. So, thanks for watching. I hope this helps. It's a pretty simple build. If you have any questions, let me know. But it's one of these things that it would cost a lot to buy, simple to build.